My child, if this message reached you in the middle of a fearful hour, then pause here with me a moment. I know your nerves are tight, and your chest feels heavy, and your thoughts have been racing all day. And still, you stopped on this one. Perhaps that small stop was not random at all. You do not have to be calm to be here. You do not have to have your fear figured out, or your breathing steady, or your hands still. You only have to stay and let these words settle over you. So loosen your shoulders for me, and let one slow breath go all the way out, just for these few minutes. Before we go on, let me be honest with you, because honesty is where trust begins. What you are about to hear is an encouragement drawn from the Bible, a gentle reflection offered in faith. It is not a private revelation. It is not a prediction, and it is not a promise of any particular outcome in your life. It is simply the steady comfort of Scripture, read kindly over you today. And there is one verse I want to lay underneath everything we say tonight. It comes from the second letter to Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7. Let the words land slowly. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Read that again in the quiet of your heart. The fear was not handed to you by heaven. It is not your inheritance, and it is not your name. What you were given was power. What you were given was love. What you were given was a mind that can be steady and clear. This is not a slogan to repeat. It is not wishful thinking. In the Scriptures, these are words written to a young man whose courage was shaking, reminding him of what already lived inside him. And tonight, those same words are being spoken gently over you. So let this come to you the way the Bible offers it, as if the one who made you were sitting close beside you and saying, My child, I know fear has been following you. I know it walks into the room before you do and stays long after everyone else has left. I see the way you brace yourself for bad news that has not even come. The Scriptures say that there is no fear in love, and that perfect love drives fear out. I did not make you to live braced and flinching. That was never my design for you. I have seen the mornings you woke already afraid, before a single thing had gone wrong. I have seen you rehearse disasters that never arrived, paying their toll in advance. I have watched you carry a dread so familiar that you forgot you were ever allowed to put it down, and I did not look away. I know fear has been telling you it keeps you safe. It whispers that if you worry enough, you can stay one step ahead of the pain. So you keep it close, like a guard at the door. But hear me now. Fear is a poor guard and a harsh master. It does not protect your life. It only steals the quiet from your days, taxing every hour for trouble that may never come at all. What fear called wisdom was often just a cage with the door painted to look like a wall. And you were never meant to live inside it. You are not your fear. You are not the trembling in your hands. You are not too anxious to be loved, and you are not too far gone to find peace. The dread that says otherwise is not the truth about you, and it is not the voice of the one who made you. You have heard a voice, haven't you? A low, urgent voice that has spoken to you for years. It uses your own thoughts, so you assumed it was simply how you are. It tells you that something terrible is always about to happen. It says you will not be able to handle it when it does. It says you should not step forward, should not try, should not hope, because hoping only sets you up to be hurt. And late at night it lists every possible way things could fall apart, slowly, one after another. My child, hear me. That voice is not telling you the truth. It does not speak for heaven, and it does not speak for the one who made you. So tonight, when that anxious voice begins its familiar warnings, answer it with what is true. When it says you are powerless, the truth says you were given power. When it says you are unloved and alone in this, the truth says you were given love. When it says your mind will never settle, the truth says you were given a sound mind. You do not have to silence the fear in a single night. You only have to stop letting it write the story. So if you are listening tonight with a heart that will not stop pounding, this is for you. If you are afraid to make the call, send the message, or take the one step you know is yours to take, this is for you. If you have been frozen at the edge of a decision for so long that the waiting itself has become its own kind of fear, this is for you. If you have asked again and again to be free of this anxiety and almost given up believing peace could ever be yours, this especially is for you. You do not have to hide your fear here. You do not have to act braver than you feel. You do not have to dress up your dread to make it acceptable. Come as you are, shaking and all. In the Gospel of John, the scriptures speak of a gift the world can never give. The scriptures say, He leaves His peace with us, a peace unlike anything the world hands out, and tells our hearts not to be troubled or afraid. Notice the kind of peace it is. Not a peace that depends on everything going right. Not the calm that comes only when the danger is gone and the bills are paid and the news is good. A peace given on purpose into a troubled heart while the storm is still blowing. That peace was offered to frightened people in a frightening hour, which means it was offered to someone exactly like you. You do not have to manufacture calm on your own. You do not have to be strong enough to stop being afraid. The scriptures never say, find your courage first, and then you may come. They say, let not your heart be afraid, because peace is being placed into your hands. And there is a moment in Scripture I want you to picture tonight, because it speaks straight to a fearful heart. The Scriptures tell of a night the disciples were caught in a storm, certain they would drown, while a calming word stilled the wind and the waves. Sit with that picture for a moment. The fear felt absolutely real to them. The danger was not imaginary, and still, the storm was not the final word. The one who could speak to the wind was in the boat with them the entire time. He had not abandoned them to the waves. He was nearer than their panic let them believe. If the only picture you have ever had is of facing your storms utterly alone, let this one begin to correct it tonight. You are not adrift by yourself. The one who made you is in the boat. And I want you to know something about all those fearful prayers you thought were too small to matter. The ones you breathed out in waiting rooms. The ones you could barely form because your throat was tight. The ones that were only a single word, help, whispered when the fear came crashing in at 3 a.m. You thought they were too anxious to count. You thought heaven wanted a calmer, steadier prayer than the one you could manage. But the scriptures say He is near to the brokenhearted, and that includes the ones whose hearts are pounding with fear. Every shaking prayer was heard. Every trembling plea was understood. None of it was too frightened to reach Him, and none of it was ever too small to matter. Sometimes the fear did not lift all at once, and sometimes the answer came as just enough strength for the next 5 minutes. But getting through 5 minutes at a time was never a sign that you were forgotten. Underneath the worry, in places your eyes could not reach, something steadier than fear was being built in you. Like a tree that grows its deepest roots in the seasons of hardest wind, becoming harder to topple, not weaker. You were never as alone in that fear as it told you that you were. Now I know you may not feel any of this settle yet. Peace comes slowly to a heart that has been on alert for a long time, and that is all right. What is true does not wait for your nerves to calm down before it becomes true. The ground holds you steady, whether your hands are shaking or not. And these promises were written down long before you were born, so they could find you on your most frightened night. So let me say it again, gently, the way a fearful heart needs to hear it more than once. You were not given a spirit of fear. You were given power and love and a sound mind. The world has taught you to measure safety by how much you control, by how many outcomes you can guarantee, by whether you have braced for every possible thing that could go wrong. But that is not where your peace was ever meant to come from. Your safety was never resting on your ability to predict the future. It was resting in the hands of the one who holds it. And those hands do not loosen their grip when you are afraid, and they do not let go when you panic. When you are brave, you are held. When you are terrified, you are held just the same. On the days you step forward boldly, you are held. And on the days fear nearly wins, you are held still. I want you to think back, for just a moment, on the things you were once so afraid of. The conversation you dreaded for weeks. The day you were certain you could not survive. The fear that loomed so large it blocked out everything else. And yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, past the thing you swore would end you. Do you ever wonder how? How you walked through what you were so sure would break you? How strength arrived at the very moment you were convinced you had none? How the disaster your fear promised either never came or came and was somehow survivable after all? The scriptures would call that the hand that has been steadying you all along. You did not make it through your fears because you were fearless. You made it through because you were held while you were afraid. Even when the fear was so loud, you could not feel the hand that held you. And here is something fear has been hiding from you. You are braver than the frightened voice has ever let you believe. You think you have only been hiding, but you have also been enduring, doing hard things with your heart pounding the entire time. Every morning you got up and faced the day afraid. That was courage, even though no one applauded it. The gentleness you show to other anxious people, you learned that in your own trembling. The quiet steadiness that gets you through the frightening moments, that was not handed to you. It was forged. Scripture says that those who wait upon the Lord renew their strength, and that strength is for the ones who feel they have run out. The fear was never proof that you were failing. Courage was never the absence of fear. It was taking the next step while the fear was still there. And you have taken more of those steps than you have ever given yourself credit for. One day you will sit with someone frozen by the very dread you know so well, and the path you walked through fear will become the map that helps them move. Nothing you have endured afraid is going to be wasted. And let me speak gently to the what-ifs that have been quietly stealing your peace. You have run the frightening possibilities so many times that they feel almost real, as if worrying about them could keep them from happening. What if it goes wrong? What if you are not ready? What if the worst thing you imagine is the thing that comes true? But fear is a liar about the future. It paints tomorrow in the darkest colors and calls it foresight. You have already survived 100 frightening tomorrows that never looked the way your fear insisted they would. The scriptures gently remind us not to be anxious about tomorrow because each day has enough in it. And grace is given one day at a time, never all at once in advance. You were never given enough strength for every imagined future at once. You were only ever promised enough for today. And that has always turned out to be enough. So you can set tomorrow down. It is not yours to carry yet, and the one who holds it is already there. So tonight, I am asking you to lay down a few things you were never meant to carry. Lay down the dread that has been writing your future in ink it has no right to use. Lay down the exhausting need to control what was never yours to control. Lay down the fear that has kept you frozen at the door of the life you were made to step into. You were not built to carry that weight forever, and you do not have to carry it alone. And about that next step you have been too afraid to take, the one you keep circling back to, the one you can picture clearly but cannot seem to begin. Hear this carefully, my child. You were not made to wait until the fear is gone. You were made to move while held. The scriptures paint a picture of God taking hold of your right hand and saying to you, "Fear not, I will help you." The way a steady hand guides someone across a path they could not cross alone. Courage was never something you had to summon from inside your own strength. It has always been something offered to you by a hand stronger than yours. And that hand is reaching for you now, so you can take the step. Not because the fear has vanished, but because you do not take it by yourself. If these words have loosened something in you, you do not need to do anything dramatic. You do not owe anyone a comment to make this real. You do not have to prove your faith to a stranger. But if you would like, take this quiet moment and turn it into a small prayer. It can be as simple as this. Lord, I am afraid. Help me to take the next step held by you. There are no perfect words. The scriptures show God meeting people in their panic, their trembling, and their prayers too frightened to finish. Your honesty is enough. And if someone comes to your mind right now, someone whose heart is gripped by fear tonight, you are welcome to share this message with them. Not as a chain, not as a demand, just as a kindness. The way you would steady the elbow of a friend at the edge of a hard crossing. Now, here is one gentle but important reminder, and I will not rush past it. Faith is a deep comfort, but it is not a replacement for care. If your fear and anxiety feel too heavy to carry, or your mind will not rest, or a situation feels too big to face alone, please also reach out to a doctor, a counselor, or someone you trust. Hope and help were always meant to walk together. Asking for support is not a failure of faith. It is wisdom, and it is brave. And before we come to the end, let me ask one simple thing of you. Take the next step, even a small one. I am not telling you the fear will suddenly disappear. I am not handing you a guarantee or a date or a promise that nothing hard is ahead. I am telling you what faith has always whispered to the trembling, that you do not have to be unafraid to move. You only have to be willing to be held while you do. You have made it through every frightening day so far, every single one. Think about that. That is not luck. That is grace, steadying you on the days you were too afraid to notice you were being steadied. And the same grace that carried you this far is not about to set you down now. So when the fear rises again tomorrow, take the next step. When the what-ifs crowd in, take the next step. When you cannot see how it will all turn out, just take the one step in front of you, held and not alone. So as this message comes toward its close, I want to leave one thing in your hands to carry into tomorrow. Fear is not who you are, and it is not what you were given. Let the words come back one more time from the second letter to Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind. Whatever fear has tried to take from you, the final word over your life is not dread. What was placed in you is power and love and a mind that can be at peace. I will not promise you an easy road. I will not promise you that nothing frightening lies ahead. I will not pretend to know the things only God knows. You have been handed enough empty reassurances, and I will not add to the pile. But I can leave you with what the scriptures say with full confidence. You were not given a spirit of fear. You were given power. You were given love. You were given a sound mind. And you are held by a hand that will not let go. So lift your head tonight. Not because the fear is suddenly gone, but because you were never, not for one moment, facing it alone. Take one more slow breath now, and let this be the truth you rest in. You are held, you are loved, and you can take the next step unafraid. If messages of peace like this one quiet your heart, you are always welcome to stay close to this little corner of the internet, where we simply sit with the scriptures together. And wherever tomorrow takes you, whatever you are walking toward, may you walk into it knowing the one who made you is holding your right hand. Peace be with you, my friend. Rest now.